Lisa Schmucke. I'm the founder and CEO of edweb.net. I want to give a shout out to my sister, who's in the audience today, which is kind of a special surprise for me. Anyway, this is our 10th anniversary this year. We were founded in 2008, and in the past 10 years, we've been able to solve a problem that has been difficult, if not impossible, for people to solve, and that is this question: how do we provide effective professional learning for teachers, librarians, and administrators at scale? So the key to this is really social media, which about 10 years ago spawned the connected educator movement. And at that time, 10 years ago, we launched edweb.net, a professional social learning network for the education community. And this has really been a good thing, because social media is disrupting the traditional model for professional development. So there's been a lot of research. This Gates study is just one of them, which has shown that professional development is an $18 billion industry that hasn't worked. And this is more than a problem. This is really a disaster for teachers and students and administrators. So the reports have shown what kind of professional development teachers do need. And you've got some of the qualities here, and then what some of the barriers have been to achieving that. But we, with EdWeb, have been able to provide a solution. And in solving this problem, we haven't solved just one problem, but we've actually solved two problems at the same time. And I think part of this is because I've come at this from my background in the education industry as 30 years in education. And what I realized was that you've got so many organizations in the industry out there who need a channel to reach educators. And they also are sort of an untapped resource of knowledge and information. And what we've been able to do is to convince hundreds of companies to host professional learning programs through our platform for teachers, and to do it all for free. And so what they get from this is thought leadership. They become a better partner. And we all know that districts are asking vendors in the industry to be better partners with them. They get thought leadership, and they get a lot of input and support for their marketing and sales and lead generation programs. So this is an example of how it works. Mackin, which is a wonderful company in the library space, they host a professional learning community on EdWeb, and that community hosts monthly webinars that are an opportunity for librarians to share their learning and knowledge with other librarians all around the country and all around the world. And we give all the attendees, or those who watch the recording on demand, a certificate for attending the program or watching the program. This model has been so successful that we've replicated it many times on many topics, so that we are generally considered to be the widest source of a variety of topics on professional learning. And educators refer to us as the PD buffet, or a one-stop shop for PD. And this is what our sustained engagement looks like. And this is what's really important for educators, is the sustained engagement. So we have an archive of 1,400 programs. We host 300 new ones every year. But every week on EdWeb, on average, we're hosting 7 events with 10 innovative educators sharing their practices and learning. We have 8,500 registrants per week, 3,800 live attendees, and 3,100 viewed on demand. And this is every week, week after week. So just multiply that by 52. And our presenters are so outstanding. These are some of the ratings that we get from our exit surveys from them, which just show how much our audience really appreciates learning from peers in all different areas of education. We do this from pre-K through 12, so that they can learn from their peers. So I mentioned that we provide certificates. We've given 1 million certificates out so far. And teachers are using these all across the country for kind of their flexible PD hours in their schools and their districts, but we're also increasingly approved at the state level. So for example, a teacher in New York State can watch one of our webinars completely for free and get credit towards her teacher relicensure. So we can't do this alone. And our partnership with these amazing organizations, these are just some of them, and I think you'll see a lot of very familiar names here. So these organizations, first of all, they help us find those innovative educators who are sharing their learning. They also provide the financial support, which is the source of our revenue, also enables us to do this for educators for free. And they also help us scale the business in a way that we could never do if we were just alone, and we do it at a lower cost. We've won the Cody Award, a prestigious award given by SIIA 3 years in a row, and we're frequently cited in different publications for our value as a resource for administrators, librarians, and teachers. So here are just some statistics on our growth. So we're a global community. We now have 540,000 in our community, and you can see how quickly we're growing. That growth is fueled by the co-marketing that we do with our partners and our sponsors. We're primarily in the United States, but we have members in 185 countries around the world. And in the US, we're at all levels of education and in all roles, and we have also looked at where our membership is, and if anything, we skew towards rural and high poverty areas where teachers really need the help the most. We have case studies that show how our practices are aligned with the best practices in professional learning. And we just completed a survey, and there's a postcard on all the tables here if you guys want to see the full results. I'm just going to tease you with a little bit of it here. So both teachers and administrators said that their number one type of professional development was actually webinars. It actually really surprised me, but these are our members, but it does show you the extent to which they value the kind of learning that we provide. They said that the flexibility to participate on their own time and that the program be free was most important, which is what we offer. And then we asked them to rate a long list of communities that can be used as a professional learning resource, and our members rated us so far ahead of all the alternatives that, we were really stunned by that, but very happy to see it. We're also very happy to see that they say we're very helpful to help them find new resources, to learn from their peers, and increase their knowledge and make the learning much more engaging for their students. This was their comment. So we'd actually asked this question 2 years ago, how likely educators and administrators were to recommend EdWeb to their colleagues. You can see the increase in 2 years. 80% say they're very likely to recommend EdWeb. We had 500 comments from our survey, and these are just some that hit on kind of the major themes of the value that we provide. So it's that an administrator can share this knowledge with their staff, that the teachers can do their PD hours from home, that they can choose the kind of learning that works for them, that they can get their license renewed, and they can do this all really conveniently online. So again, this just summarizes some of the value. The power of this really is we're just enabling the teachers to share their learning with each other. That's really the power of it. The technology enables us to overcome the barriers, and our partners enable us to do it for free, and the students are who benefit from it. We have a really dedicated team. Most of our team members have been with us from the beginning. They're as passionate about this as I am, and their qualifications really are a reflection of the success that we've had, and we do everything very personally. That's a big part of our success. We personally help the educators and our clients on a daily basis. So Rachel Langenhorst is actually here in the audience, and she's going to be presenting on Wednesday morning at 10 o'clock and on a panel on innovative PD, and there's information about that session on the postcard on your table, so I hope you'll check out her session on Wednesday, and just get in touch with me if you'd like to learn more. So thank you.